There are some limitations that you have with epilepsy, but I often like to think of them as adjustments as opposed to a limitation, because a limitation means that you can't do something. But really, when you think of alternatives to doing it, you end up getting to the same endpoint. For instance, one of the benchmarks for successful treatment of epilepsy is to being able to drive, because if you have recurrent seizures, you cannot drive. So when somebody cannot drive, that does limit their freedom, limits their independence. They can't get in a car and go where they want at any given time. So there was a period in my life where I wasn't able to drive, and I had to rely on others in order to get around. And family members or friends would take me to the doctor's appointments, or they would get me to the stores when I needed to go. And that worked out okay. I think the most challenging regarding my transportation was getting to work, because that was a daily thing, and I didn't have any family member coming to work with me. But fortunately, there was a commuter bus that went from my community to where I work, and I just needed to be dropped off at a park and ride by my husband, and it ended up working quite well, and I made some friends in the process. And I think sometimes once somebody is diagnosed with epilepsy, they might think they're restricted in some of the activities they can do, such as athletic activities. And there might be some adjustments that are needed in some cases, but for the most part, you can participate in a lot of activities and not have any major concern. But as far as running, participating in sports like soccer, basketball, I did all of those things, and I was fine, and I enjoyed it. And that's part of what you want to do in your life, is have fun. You don't want to be limited, so do what you can and enjoy yourself.